Well, good morning. It is your old pal, Padre Francesco, the Holy Smoke and Pie Padre. Harvey has a couple of questions that I'm basically going to be trying to answer in this video. But one of them, one of his videos was, have you ever been surprised by a pipe or with a pipe? And I got a little surprised this morning because I just discovered, I finally read the little inscription, this is a Boswell pipe. I didn't know I had one. Don't know where I came across it, but I have a Boswell pipe. So I love it. Okay, I'm also smoking, for your information, this. The Dark Fragrant by the Rat Trays. And this was a tin that I had about 10 years ago. And as you know, if you've watched some of my previous videos, I've been rehumidifying them, and not bad. Not bad at all. So, it's not bad. I wonder why it tastes like fresh, you know. I mean, wow. But it's not bad. Okay, this is a video to talk briefly about the controversial topic of religion. Now, most of you will never guess what I do for a living. Tongue firmly planted in cheek. Okay. Now that being said, this kind of ties in with the J concept of, again, kind of goes back to one of his earlier videos about the YouTube, your YouTube self, your real self. In his latest video about has YouTube changed you? And I would say, just to answer that really briefly, Jay, you know, in some ways, this particular YouTube experience I'm having is, yeah, I'd have to say it is to some extent, because, you know, I'm rediscovering my pipes, my tobaccos, and I'm lucky to have a tobacconist. Poor Tom, he did a little excursion to San Antonio and found out that not all tobacconists are equal. But, you know, now I'm having to kind of rearrange my little life here. Now, I have to say that, you know, this portion of YouTube in my life is a wonderful, fun hobby right now. And so now I've got to find places to put things like this and dust off my pipes and re-clean up all the old ones here. And, you know, so yeah. In that regard, yeah. You know, I love checking to see if I got comments. I love checking to see if I have new views on my videos. And I love to see all the new videos in my subscription queue. And I kind of do this little triad thing, you know. I go here, and I go there, and I go there, and then I go back, and I go back. You know, kind of like the little conditioned response, you know, Pavlov's dogs kind of a thing, you know. I'm like this, and I got any more views? What are the new videos are out there, you know? I actually get a little depressed and sad when I check my video queue, and there's none there. Okay. I just did this the first time, and it went way too long. And there's no need for that. Just two things. One, you know, am I tolerant of other religions or non-religious people? I'd say yes. Now, that doesn't mean that just because I might be, you know, allow you, obviously, you have a right to your beliefs and your opinions. I don't have to subscribe to them. You don't have to subscribe to mine. You should subscribe to my videos, though. You know, I can still be cordial and welcoming and gracious, and hey, you know. And I learned this lesson just actually a few years ago, to be honest with you. I mean, I've been a prison chaplain, and I've had to work with all the different major religions, and some offbeat. When I say offbeat, that might sound like a put down. I don't mean it to, but I mean lesser known religions. And so we have learned that, yeah, and I don't like the word tolerance, not because I don't want to be tolerant, but I think tolerance is not a very positive thing in the long run. It's almost kind of like kind of subdued, you know, intolerance, really. It's like, well, tolerate you. I don't want to be tolerated. I want to be accepted. You know, you don't have to believe and subscribe to my credo, and I don't have to subscribe to believe what you believe. But I can still be your friend if there's a common interest. Well, here it is. You know, and I think sometimes we allow things to separate us that don't need to. Now, granted, I take my faith seriously, and I do believe what my church teaches. Some people might find that offensive and upsetting. I think I'm almost time for a read light here and a tamp down here. As I do that, let me continue with my thought. There are a lot of people on YouTube who are delightful, fascinating, and I think good people. And they clearly are not Catholic. Some of them are not religious at all. Some of them are of another denomination, Catholic denomination. Some of them are different religions. But, you know, I welcome their comments and their friendship. But I will say this, that I have talked to some of you through PMs, and I have to say that I like your attitude when I've asked you to maybe share, you know, some of your beliefs, whether it be political or religious. And one person sent me a very wonderful PM, and he said, look, Padre, you know, I have beliefs, but you know what? I come to the YouTube pipe community for the love of pipes. You know, that's all I really am here for, you know. Pipes, tobacco, you know, little other ideas on how to clean pipes, work on, you know, maybe create your own pipes, fix broken pipes, how to buy estate pipes, you know, those kinds of issues. That's what I'm here for. And I think that's great. And I salute that person. And many of you, others of you, I won't mention your names either, but I think you can figure out who I'm talking about to some extent. You share some wonderful comments on very, very thorny issues. And you do it with grace, you do it with poetry and humor. And I like that. I hope I can contribute in a positive way to whatever the discussion is. But am I here to strong arm and convert people? No. And I had one nice comment. One person did say, you know, I kind of like, it goes, I'm not a believer, but I like how you present things because you don't shout at people. Once I'm doing shout outs. Those are the only kind of shouting I do here. Shout outs. You know, for a tobacco that's been kicking around in my little cupboards and drawers and closets for 10 years and coming back, this is not bad. Okay. So I kind of am that kind of a person, you know. Take me or leave me. I think Tom said it once. He says, you're just nothing more than a big kid. And he's right. I happen to be kind of a, it's interesting, I think a lot of us, I'll speak for myself. We're very sensitive kind of folks, I think. We're very deep, intellectual, or, you know, we think a lot, you know, and it's interesting because this is kind of the medium where we can safely kind of maybe just say, hey, this is who I am, okay? Without people kind of looking at you weird or thinking you're strange or kind of raising an eyebrow and I mean, maybe people do all those things, but we don't have to see it. So I think if anything, YouTube has, and this experience of it, my first experience being my homilies on my other channel, was more of just an academic thing, you know, just trying to get the message out there every week. And I have a few comments. You know, I didn't have a lot of viewers, which is not really the point. It's just that I made a commitment and to do this process, and I completed it, and okay, I move on. But this experience of YouTube I have to say, is a little bit more enriching because I'm actually engaging with other people, and I think that's really wonderful. And whether you agree with me or disagree with me, for the most part, I'm interacting more. And so yeah, this experience of YouTube has been a lot different and very fun, and in some ways rewarding. So I hope that some of my contributions, on the love of the briar, the meerschaum, the corn cob, or even the falcon pipe, for you out there, Tabs, old buddy, hopefully they contribute in a positive way to the ongoing contributions and thoughts that we share in our common love of the pipe. Until next time, keep smoking them pipes now. Thanks for watching.